welcome to another Friday with Friends. I'm Patty with Let's Pour with Patty, and I'll be kicking us off, followed by Bill of Bill Robertson Art, then Mary with acrylic art by Mary Kirk, and to finish us off will be Billy with BCC Arts. Thank you all for coming, and I hope you enjoy the show.
So you've fallen in love with fluid art, and now what? Where do you start? I'm going to show you one of the simplest techniques out there that will at least get you started and get you some amazing results. So pull up a chair and let's pour. So you might notice a lot of artists make coasters, and you might wonder why? Why is everybody making coasters? Coasters sell. One way to try to recoup some of your money back from a very expensive hobby, acrylic painting is not cheap, is to sell at craft fairs. And the best things to sell at craft fairs are functional art. Jewelry that you make with the paint skins, coasters, clocks, Lazy Susans, canister sets, you paint on the lid. There's just numerous things that you can do that sell great at craft fairs generally. So that's why we make coasters. And they don't always have to be blooms and really fancy smancy. You can do a very simple design and have it look so beautiful and elegant and gorgeous, or whatever it is that you want to do, and a very simple technique. And that's what we're going to do today.
So I'll walk you through the first coaster and show you all the steps that it takes, which aren't many, and then I'll speed it up, put some music on for you, and let you watch the process from there. So as you can see, I am using my acrylic paints. These are mixed with 3-to-1 ratio with American Floetrol and paint. That was Oxide Black from Amsterdam. And this is Naphthol Deep Red from Amsterdam. Also mixed at a 3-to-1 ratio with American Floetrol, which you can find at your closest Home Depot or on Amazon. It's relatively inexpensive. And then from there, I'm going to what we call wreck it. I'm using an embossing tool which has little balls on the end of it. It's used for like dotting, and it's also great for doing this in your acrylic art because it's, like I said, it's got the ball on the end and it won't hurt your canvas if you're using it on canvas. So I put some whirly cues and swirly doos in there and try to make it, pretty. I didn't have enough paint on there, so I added some more. You want your paint to be able to flow fluidly. So you want full coverage. That's the important part. You don't want any blank spots on the sides. So I add some more paint, do some more whirly cues and squirrely doos. And then from there, I tilt. Now there's still another step that I'm going to do. So I don't want to tilt all of it off at this moment. I want to get most of it off because I don't want to have to tilt too much on the next step. And you'll see why in a moment. So touching up my sides and edges. I missed a couple, but that's okay. I'll double check before I'm done. So this is spray paint, acrylic spray paint. I believe that's Montana is the brand. I got it at Michael's. I'm going to spray some in a cup so I have a liquid form. Yep, there you go. Quick little glance. And then I'm going to pour it over the painting. The effect this gives is phenomenal. And now I'm going to skewer that, wreck it. I don't know why they call it, because it's not wrecking it. It's making it amazing. So the important thing when working with spray paint over top your acrylic paints is you don't want a big glob like you're seeing here. If you leave it like that, the paint underneath that glob will not dry. It will basically create this protective bubble over the top of the paint, and nothing will dry above it or below it. It will just stay wet for, I'm not exactly sure how long, to tell you the truth. I think after about a week on the last one I did a while back, it was still wet. So I'm trying to get the big globs off. I want to reduce them as much as possible. I realized I probably put way too much on this tile. I get my tiles, by the way. They're all unglazed, raw porcelain tiles. I get them on Amazon. They come with the cork backings, sticky cork backings, already cut. So at this point, I'm getting worried that I'm probably overworking it, but I can't get rid of those big globs. So I tried something different. Don't think it really worked in the end, but no matter what I do, I can't spread that out enough. So I grab a paper towel and I try to kind of absorb the top layer and to remove some of that paint. Which, I mean, it's not that it didn't work. At first, I thought it kind of was giving a balloon kiss effect, but as it dried, it kind of got icky. So you'll see in the end. What's nice about fluid art is when the ones I don't like, I'll be able to sand down and do over. So that's always nice to know. Another important note about using spray paint on your acrylic paints, it will dry much faster, or coagulate, if you will, much faster than the paints it rests upon. So you only have a small window to work with it, and then it will start to dry. And if you try to run your skewer through it, then you'll just snag it and drag the whole thing off, and it'll be a mess. So you gotta watch that. But okay, so that was my first one. I'm going to do each one a little bit different, try different techniques, see which ones work best and which ones don't. So let me stick some music on and let you enjoy the process. I'll see you at the end. pretty cool. Each one's a little different. I did each one slightly different. Let's get it a little close up. See how this one dries. See how they all dry. I like that one. Love that one. That one's a little weird. I always have at least one or two that are kind of weird, but that's okay because people like weird. Everybody has their own different style. And I think they turned out pretty cool. And as simple as can be. Anyone can do this. So we'll see how they dry. And here they are dry. A little dark, but the color will probably pop back out once I resin them. Still my favorite. Now, I love that. It's hard to get it in the right light. See now, okay. These ones, I don't want to touch them yet. Those are still wet. The paint underneath them is still wet. Because where it looks bubbled up, like right there, like right here, here. Nope, that's still wet underneath there. So just be aware of that and don't touch them. Give it a couple more days or a day or two, and it should dry eventually. Just don't rush it. Don't rush it. That's the one issue with spray paint. Thank you for watching. And as always, keep creating. Thank you for watching. Bill Robertson Art is next. Follow along in the playlist found in my description. Be sure to leave a like. And if you like what you saw, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. And as always, thanks for watching.